They said it would be the cheapest Tesla ever. A people's car. A stripped-down little thing that would simply carry you from point A to B. They called it the Model 2. And for a while, everyone believed that's all it was going to be. But behind the curtain, Elon Musk and his engineers were working on something far more ambitious. While the world waited for an affordable electric vehicle, Tesla was quietly building a machine that could change everything. Not just the car itself, but the entire process of how vehicles are imagined, built, and brought to life. The Model 2 isn't just a budget car. It's a disguised revolution. You wouldn't know it from the name. Model 2 sounds simple, even humble. But what's packed inside that compact frame is anything but modest. Deep within its skeleton is a new structural foundation, one that Tesla pulled straight out of aerospace playbooks. Inspired by technology once reserved for space capsules, the Model 2's core is wrapped in a carbon composite matrix designed to be stronger than steel, yet far lighter. It's not just about safety. This advanced material, developed in parallel with other SpaceX projects, gives the vehicle a more efficient structure, one that preserves battery range, reduces weight, and resists the kind of stress that would normally wear down a vehicle after years of use. This structure isn't welded together from countless metal pieces like traditional cars. Instead, Tesla pours a specially formulated aluminum alloy into a giant mold, creating the frame in a single, seamless form. The result is a kind of skeletal armor that makes the car not only stronger but more precise. There are no weak joints, no flimsy seams, just one continuous piece of engineering genius. On the production floor, Tesla had to build brand new tools just to make this work. Gigantic industrial presses heat the alloy until it's molten, then injected into molds under extreme pressure. Each frame takes more time to cool than Tesla's previous models, which slows production, but that's the point. They're not cutting corners to hit quotas. They're crafting something durable enough to last generations. The machine that builds the machine, as Musk likes to call it, has evolved. And the Model 2 is proof. And while that might sound impressive enough, it's just the beginning. Inside the Model 2 lives a new kind of motor, one that was never meant for a budget vehicle. This isn't a recycled version of what's already on the road. It's a redesigned drive unit, incorporating rare magnetic materials and exotic cooling systems that have more in common with aerospace propulsion than commuter cars. What makes it remarkable isn't just the torque or acceleration, it's how it holds up under pressure. During early trials in desert heat, Tesla engineers pushed the motor to its limits. High-speed runs, steep climbs, continuous acceleration under scorching sun, and it never missed a beat. Heat was expected to be a problem, but the motor stayed cool. It didn't fade. It didn't crack. It delivered consistent performance hour after hour. It's the kind of reliability you'd expect from something powering a drone in the middle of a combat mission. But it's now humming quietly inside what was supposed to be Tesla's most affordable car. And it's not just about power. The way Tesla manages heat in the Model 2 goes beyond anything seen in electric vehicles today. Beneath the battery pack lies a thermal shield that reacts to the environment. Not with simple fans or passive cooling, but with adaptive materials developed from NASA's planetary lander technology. This barrier insulates the battery so well that it can function in temperatures from well below freezing to blistering desert highs. In other words, it works in conditions where other electric vehicles would falter or even shut down. This kind of temperature resilience isn't for comfort, it's for survival. It's for people who live in climates that swing wildly, for roads that aren't paved, for situations where reliability isn't optional. That shield adds cost, a lot of it. But it also adds years to the battery's life and keeps performance consistent no matter where you live. In a world where battery health is often the biggest concern, Tesla just raised the bar, quietly, without any big announcement. And as it turns out, this quiet innovation didn't happen overnight. While we've been watching for leaked renders or waiting for an official launch, Tesla has already built hundreds of Model 2s behind closed doors. In a section of their Texas gigafactory that doesn't even carry the Tesla name publicly, they've been assembling and testing prototypes for months. These early units weren't for showrooms or marketing stunts. They were built for data, to be driven, pushed, broken, and rebuilt until they were ready. Thousands of test miles have already been logged, on real roads in real weather. If you spotted one, you probably didn't even realize it. Some wore disguised body panels. Others were outfitted like service vehicles. But inside, they were Model 2s, collecting feedback, learning from the road. This secret fleet, rumored internally to be called the Phantom Line, gave Tesla a head start not only on design tweaks but on manufacturing scalability. By the time the public sees the first official deliveries, Tesla will already have real-world experience with how the car behaves in 6 continents worth of terrain. And if that wasn't enough to change how you see this vehicle, there's something else. Tesla didn't just build it with better parts. They used materials you'd never expect to find in a so-called budget car. We're talking about seats made from composite blends used in private jet interiors. Alloys originally developed for submarines. Soft touch finishes that resist wear for decades, not just years. These aren't off-the-shelf materials. They're rare, costly, and hard to source. But Tesla locked them in for the Model 2 anyway. Of course, this limits production. Not everyone will get one right away. That's part of the plan. Tesla is intentionally keeping the first few production waves small, not because they can't build more, but because they want every unit to meet a new standard. Quality over volume, at least at first. So what is this car really? It's not just a lower-cost Tesla. It's a prototype for the future disguised as a compact daily driver. It's the blueprint for how the company plans to scale not just in North America, but across the world, especially in emerging markets where infrastructure is minimal and vehicles need to survive brutal conditions. Tesla could have used standard materials, simpler motors, cheaper cooling. But they didn't. They made a deliberate choice to invest every saved dollar from manufacturing automation into more advanced tech, better safety, longer lifespan, and performance that leaves rivals behind. They also redesigned how the car is assembled. With the introduction of a new AI-driven system on the production line, build time for the Model 2 has been slashed from 18 hours down to just 6. That's a staggering leap in efficiency. But instead of pocketing the savings, Tesla is pouring those resources right back into expanding production, improving robotics, and preparing to scale up globally. Because this car isn't just about selling units. It's a cornerstone for Tesla's bigger strategy, creating fleets of autonomous vehicles, deploying them in every major city, and building a transportation network that runs itself. So when you see the Model 2, don't just think about what it costs. Think about what it represents. It's not a stripped-down compromise. It's a Trojan horse packed with next-gen tech. A spacecraft in disguise. A machine that challenges what we thought affordable meant. And most people won't realize it until years later, when the stories start surfacing. About how these cars lasted longer, drove farther, and endured more than anything else on the road. But by then, Tesla will already be building the next one. Thanks for sticking around until the end. Let me know in the comments, what part of the Model 2 shocked you the most? The space-inspired cooling? The drone-level motor? Or the idea that hundreds of them are already out there, collecting data while we're still waiting for the launch? If you found this story as fascinating as we did, stick with us. Because there's a lot more coming, and this was just the beginning.